He was in a bad mood as usual when I left the house. He'll be off soon, I thought. He won't stick around. They never stick around. They make you feel special for a while, but it doesn't last. No, it's not all their fault. It's mine as well. I find myself winding up men, deliberately daring them to go. And in the end they do. What is it? Boredom? Fear of getting too close? I don't know. But I do know the special feelings never last. So I made my way towards the well with my water jug. It was so hot. Always is at midday. But I can't go any other time. Too many people about making judgments. Do I need to feel any worse than I already do? But today as I approached the well, I could see I wasn't going to be alone. There was a man. Shame. Mentally I braced myself for some kind of verbal attack. But as I got closer, I realised he wasn't from our town. In fact, he was a Jew. What on earth was he doing here? Well, at least he knew nothing about me, and at least there'd be no conversation. Jews do not speak to Samaritans. But I was wrong. He did speak to me. He asked me for a drink. That knocked me back a bit. I wasn't sure how to respond. But there was something about him. It wasn't accusing, and it felt good to be asked for help. I wanted to know more. Why was he talking to me, a Samaritan woman? So I asked him. And then he said that if I knew who he was, then I'd be asking him for living water. Well, I was really curious now. Who was he? I wanted him to say more, and we were sitting at Jacob's well, so I said, "Are you greater than our father Jacob?" He didn't say yes or no, but went back to the water theme. It was clearly important to him. He said that he had water that would mean never being thirsty again. That sounded good. The thought of not having to drag myself to the well every day in the heat. And then there was something in his voice. Something that sounded like concern and compassion. I hadn't heard that tone of voice for a long time. So I asked him for this water, whatever it was. And then those words. "Go and get your husband," he said. Here we go. Here comes the condemnation. I could have lied, but somehow I didn't want to. He was sincere, so I wanted to be too. "I have no husband," I said. "You're right," he said, "for although you have had 5 husbands, the man you're with now is not your husband." There it was, out of the blue, a complete stranger laying my life before me. He knew me. How did he know? Who was he? And then, for some reason, I was on the defensive again, finding myself doing what I always do with men, pushing them away, pointing out our differences. "We worship on the mountain," I said. "You worship in the temple." But he wasn't fazed at all. "A time is coming," he said, "when true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth." A time is coming. So, this man was a prophet then. "I know the Messiah is coming," I said. "Someone who can save someone like me." "That is who I am," he said. "I who speak to you." And suddenly, after years of rejection, I felt special again. I felt like he'd been waiting for me. He had put himself in a place where he could have been rejected, right in the middle of Samaria, so he could speak to me. I could not keep that to myself. So I gave him one last look and I ran back to the town. Now I want to be seen. I want everyone to come and see this man who knows everything about me and loves, yes, loves me anyway and offers me living water, water that never runs dry. So come to Jesus, come as you are. Come.